Hi, this is Jamie from newearthmama.blogspot.com, and today we are going to start our plants in eggshells. So first thing I want to show you is our eggshells. We try to work with mostly organic just because we prefer organic, but it really doesn't matter. Look, we have regular eggs, so whatever you got, you use. And when you crack them, as you can see here, you want to crack them so that you have most of an egg and just the top kind of taken off as much as you can. They're not perfect, and don't worry as if you crack around the back or anything, because eventually the plants are going to actually break out of the shell when you transplant them into the ground, shell and all, which is awesome. That's one of the main reasons why I like to do it in the shell. Plus it's recycling, and we love recycling in this house. This is also a great project to do with your kids. I have two that are taking a nap and two outside and one that's not interested, but if you have kids that are interested, this is a great project. So basically, I'll start with the seeds. The first thing that we did, I know we're trying to do this as economical as possible, but we did splurge on seeds. Now, I highly recommend, if you're going to use seeds, to use heirloom. That's our primary choice. That's my son Josh. And the difference between heirloom and organic is organic takes so many generations of being organic to be classified as organic, meaning it didn't have to start that way. Whereas heirloom has always, and no matter what, has been organic from the beginning and continues to be organic. And then also you have contemporary seeds, which are good as well, as long as they're non-GMO. I could do a whole thing about GMO, but I won't. I'll just say, once you introduce GMO plants or seeds into your soil with your other plants, you can pretty much consider all your plants GMO. That's how fast it spreads. So if that's okay for you, then no worries. But if you'd rather keep your garden GMO free, then make sure that you don't intermix into your soil beds organic and GMO plants or seeds, okay? So one of the cans that we got, it's upside down, but I'll do it this way, is from the Everlasting Seed Company. And this is all hybrid and heirloom. You want a good variety. And the reason, and look at all these, I mean, come on now. The reason that you want a lot of variety, especially if you're growing in Hawaii, is we're really limited on the island with what is grown. Whether it's just because people have tried other things and it didn't work out, or they just kind of stick with what they know best with the local stuff. So this is kind of our experimentation to see what we can grow that maybe you don't see here a whole lot. And like you can see here, we've got a lot of stuff. And this one can is way, way too much for us in our little planter bed garden. So what we did is we bought this when we had the money, we invested in it, and shared it with some friends that wanted to grow stuff too. So that was really cool. So it spread a long ways. And when we had some lack in here, as much as there is here, we do eat a lot of lettuce and salad and herbs, and the certain herbs, and there wasn't, it was either missing out of this can or we didn't really have enough after we shared. So that's what this is. We bought these on Amazon. It's just kind of extra stuff that we like, that we didn't have or didn't have enough of. So especially like lettuce, because our family is major salad eaters. So, and strawberries too. That's a big plus in our house. So our goal with all this, when it's all said and done, is to be self-sustained on live food only, even if it's just the adults in the house that get to do it. I just think that would be amazing, just to live off of live food that we grew ourselves, that has our energy and our love in it, and that we created. I just think that's a beautiful thing. And our kids are coming around, we'll say, to this type of lifestyle. They like the building part and playing with the tools and the nails and all that, and yeah, gardening, okay. Eating it, we'll get there. It's a process. So let me show you how we're going to do our eggs. So this is just some soil that we have from our compost pile that we try to pick as much food out of as possible, but there's probably still some food in there. There's probably even some worms in there. But I'll just show you how we do it. You take an egg like this, and this egg has been washed out and dried on the outside, only because when we have worked with compost in the past, soil in the past, and we've actually put food on top of it while I was trying to grow stuff, we had a horrible case of powdery mildew. And I'm not sure that washing out the yolk or not will create that, but just to avoid it, I washed it out. So we take our compost and we stick it in as best as we can. See? Oh, there's a lovely little worm right there. Yum. We'll leave you out. You get the idea. I'm going to have to deal with that worm in a minute. And basically it's 2 seeds, just 2, of the same plant that goes down in there, and then you water it, and then you leave it on a space that gets indirect sunlight for 1 to 2 weeks. Some of them will grow fast, some of them won't grow at all, some of them will grow slow. And you want to make sure that at that time you have your beds ready for transplant. And when you transplant, it's just take the whole egg with the plant and all and stick it down in your hole, and your space is roughly about 6 inches apart from any other plants. Some plants need more room, like big tall plants or big wide plants will need probably about 12 inches, but roughly 6 inches, eggshell and all. The plant will break out of it, and in about a year the eggshell will decompose enough to be beneficial for the soil as far as calcium nutrients. So all in all plus. And if you have leftover eggshells that you messed up on when you cracked them, or you don't need them anymore for starting seeds, perfect for your compost pile. They love it. Your soil will love it. So that's our eggshell planting 101. This is how we got our seeds. Not the cheapest way. I'm sure there are better ways, and I'd like to hear your comments on how you acquired your organic or heirloom seeds. That is one thing that we just didn't want to mess around with. We wanted to spend the money while we had it on that. So if you have a better way, please leave a comment in the comment section of my blog or on this video, or you can email me at I'm a stod today. jamiespenstad@yahoo.com. And happy gardening. Thank you.